Back here in Kentucky, it is the announcement those in the restaurant industry have been waiting for. Today, Governor Andy Beshear talked about when restrictions on capacity and curfew could finally be lifted.
He says it could happen in 4 to 6 weeks whenever Kentucky reaches 2.5 million people vaccinated. At that point, Beshear says the state will lift several restrictions that have been in place for the last year. Chad Hedrick talked to one restaurant owner who says he finally sees a true end to a difficult year.
The Blue Heron has weathered a tough storm the last year.
This has been probably the toughest period of time anybody in my business has had to endure ever.
Capacity restrictions and a curfew have put a strain on the entire restaurant industry. And now with Governor Beshear announcing the Team Kentucky Vaccination Challenge, those restrictions could soon be gone.
How this translates to me is I've got this fantastic optimistic attitude that just kind of blossomed today, just because all of a sudden I felt like, yeah, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and yeah, they are talking about an end to this in terms of restricting our business.
For the last year, Keith Clark has had to get creative, even spending $20,000 to expand a deck on his restaurant twice, just so he can have more space to spread customers out.
The reality is it's still not enough to sustain us. We've still got to have that rest of that seating available to us to survive.
Beshear says once Kentucky reaches 2.5 million people who have gotten at least their first shot of the vaccine, the state will lift restrictions and curfews on not just restaurants and bars, but retail, music venues, weddings, and other businesses and venues that cater to 1,000 people or less.
We put this out to motivate people, no question, and to give them the goal. But it's not just people, it's also business. It's also areas that have these restrictions that it asked. What can we do? What goal do we need to hit to have more flexibility?
A goal Kentucky is roughly 900,000 vaccinations away from meeting and welcoming back a pre-pandemic life. In Lexington, Chad Hedrick for the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
The governor says there are thousands of vaccine appointments available all across the Commonwealth, including about 3,000 this week at the Kentucky Horse Park.